Welcome back to Dirt to Daytona, folks. Today, we're running over at Kansas Speedway. I did do a little bit of practice yesterday, and we're consistent, so I'm going to get out there and actually get right to qualifying and see if I don't have any idea where we'll end up, but I just know that I ran probably 30 laps a stint just to see where we're at with wear and tear and everything, and yeah, it was all right. It was, we're not fully upgraded yet, but I think that we've got the car at least stable, and that's going to be real helpful in the long run. Maybe, and I don't know where the race will end up, but maybe we got a bit of strategy we might be able to play if we can save some fuel, if that opportunity does present itself. Hey, guess what? Oh, we're way faster than Steve Park and Mike Henson. Shoot, I think we got into the 32s, come to think of it. I'm not positive. I know definitely we were in the low 33s, but I want to say 32.8 or something. We beat our top while I was practicing, so whatever that is, we have potential here. I don't know. Let's see what we can do. Oh, no, 33.214, so never mind. All right, here we go through the tri-oval. Qualifying lap to come. On it. Oh, no, didn't slow down like it was before. Maybe I got on a little too late. That's going to screw up the entire lap. Fantastic. Well, why didn't you practice? I don't know, because I'm an idiot sometimes. It's okay, though. That certainly makes the race more interesting, right? It's, that corner wasn't terrible. We'll do a little jump down onto the apron and see if we can't knock a tenth or so off here. 33.4 isn't bad. Not too shabby. Way faster than the low end two guys. Wow! I love the end of the qualifying with where the car just takes over and does whatever. Wow. We're good. We're a good car. We can run. Well, it was 33.2 whatever. So, I mean, we might have a top 5 car. Well, let's temper it down a little. We have a top 10 car for sure, but without all the other stuff that could happen. All right, there's a lot of talking we could do, and I've got this for you right now, we could just freaking get out there and do it, and that's what we're going to go ahead and do.
It's a perfect day for racing at Kansas Speedway in Kansas City, Kansas. This brand new state-of-the-art facility has brought NASCAR to the heartland. Although the tri-oval track design is not unique to Kansas, a slight difference in the banking makes this track truly different.
Yeah. It's definitely two different corners. All right. I just spilt water all over my pants, shorts, whatever. Good times. Let's go.
The race is going green. There's the green flag. Car low. All clear.
Just get out of there for just that one moment.
Car low.
All right. I know we lost the spot to Kenseth. We'll get it back. You know how things go. You gotta start it all up. You gotta get things going. Warm up the tires a little before you can really do much. I'm not even going to drop it down on the apron right now. That can be very sketchy with the cup cars. In the trucks, no problem. You can live on the apron. In the cars, not so much.
Still there.
Ooh, yeah, that didn't go the way I thought. So 1 and 2 are more narrow. You can go narrower, as it were. You can definitely do this corner a lot faster. There we go. It's just going to take a moment to get everything underway, but it wasn't a bad start. I mean, we were clean. We lost the one spot, and that's nothing. We're running low end. We're running a couple spots back as far as... there we go. Come on, get up in there now. Get on the gas, and we're right up with him again. Yes! All right. I can probably improve on 1 and 2, but that's where I was messing up. I was assuming that 1 and 2's braking point was very different. Wow, this car was slowing down a lot more yesterday. I don't know. I don't think it saved my settings. Maybe it did, because, yeah, this is about the speed I was at yesterday. Never mind. was going to say, I exited the practice, and normally it saves your settings when you exit practice. But it did, because we just hit we were in the 180s there. They're not really getting away from us. The top 3 are, but the 5 in front of us aren't, and we're actually gaining on them a little at a time because we have the draft as well. How many laps we got left? 27 in the tank. 100 and something to go. There we go. Oh, that was nice. Nice! Oh, that was a big, really nice run there. What is this? 134 laps. I'm just gonna slow in, fast out. Seems to be a potentially great thing for us. With the draft, yeah, we're gonna hit some really good speeds here. There we go. Roll it a little bit. Get on it. Get on it a little more. Oh, we're right up on them now. But here's where we have to be careful. We don't want to, you know, run into somebody, wreck our race. What I need to do is get a nice run off probably 1 and 2 looks like where I'm going to get it, which is funny because I would have assumed that was probably a little bit my bad corner, but if I can get a nice run off of 1 and 2,
Still there.
get to, well, now wow, never mind, that didn't, my goal was to get to his inside, but I went high and then I had to get on the brakes more than I wanted to. Point is if I could get around, get up on his fender for 3 and 4 next time, we have an option or a chance that we could actually get there on the inside of the corner. Look at him running real low. He knows what we want to do. He knows what we're going to do. Get to his fender so we get that inside lane going into 3 and 4. But I don't have that shallow entry like this. I should have gone high and come in low, and that would have actually worked really well for us. I think we're going to pass Jarrett before we pass Kenseth because we're pushing Kenseth a little. Let's see if I can do this. Nope, nope. Stick it! No, it didn't stick it. All right, we're getting there. It's a process. We have plenty of time to figure that out.
Still there.
We're a little loose. It's okay. A little loose. There we go. Ah, we slowed way down too much. We're going to lose a lot of time there. We're fine. I drove it right in that time because I wanted to see if I could. I learned in Dover I could do that sometimes, which was kind of awesome because with the cup cars, you usually have to back it off a bit more, but now's the time. Now's the time to experiment with those things.
Still there.
Ooh, Jarrett, I thought you were going to keep going up the track a little, buddy. And we've lapped our first car. We'll get on the brakes pretty hard here. I don't know if that's going to work the way that is. I'm going to get off of this corner, though, and not be slowed up by these guys at all. Wood! Wow. Stay up, stay up, stay up. All right. I was going to say that's scary right there, but that helped us a lot because we got to the fender of Jarrett. Oh, but Mike Mack is here. How can I do this? I'm off the gas. Oh, we can't do that. I'm back on the gas, but hopefully he'll not go. Yes, there we go. I mean, it wasn't great, but we could have lost a lot more when we had to get on the brakes there. All right. Well, I didn't want to hit Jarrett, so that's how that happened. That one hurt us a lot.
Car high. Clear high.
Tell you what, we got 20 in the tank. We're going to go ahead and speed things up for a while. We've kind of lost the pack a little bit. I'm going to just focus, see if I can't make some good moves and drive back up to them. yeah, we'll see you. You know how that goes by now. Unless you're new here. If you are, hey, welcome. Welcome to the show. We've got caution, action, or pit stop is when we slow it down. So that's when we'll see you next.
Still there. Clear high. Stay low. Still there. Clear high.
Ah. That one was 100% my fault. And the reason why I stayed next to him is I tried to hit his front end to straighten him back out because that one was on me, and you guys can roast me there in the comments. Not that any of you do, but I talked so much shit about Kenseth that one was on me. That was bad. I tapped him in the bumper, not too hard, but I got him in the bumper. He got loose, and as he went sideways, I thought I could straighten him back out, so I stayed with him and hit his front end with my back end, but it just didn't go. So yeah, you know, I don't so much for any kind of I don't know, I just buried the hatchet that we've had. That didn't worked out very well there. So whoops. Anyway, back to it. We still have 13 left. Oh my goodness, caution comes out. We are about to only have 7 left in the tank. So, I mean, pit stops here are super easy, but it's nice. You know, it's nice not to have to do it. We'll pit under caution. And, again, apologies to Kenseth and the 17 crew on that one. 100% our fault. We take blame for that bump and run. Anyway, you know, short memory for me. Look at the front end. I mean, it's barely dented up, and you know how sensitive those things are. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and pit. We'll see you after caution. All right, so we were one of 3 cars that pit, and we only had 7 left in the tank. I think we went around a couple laps under caution, so there's a number of cars. Oh, looks like Stewart pit too. Well, actually, it looks like a couple cars pit behind us. When I went in, it looked like only Harvick and I don't remember who else it was. It looked like only Harvick was one of the main ones, though. We're going to jump inside here. This is not sketchy at all. Hold on.
Still there. You're all clear. Car low.
I didn't mean to make that jump up, but thank goodness somebody else was there for that. Oh, what is up here? There's a triple-digit car up here.
Still there. Car low.
Whatever. Still early in the race. Still early in the race. We don't need to hit a wall and go a whole stint in a bad spot. All right, there we go. Woo! That was crazy.
Clear high.
Okay.
Car low.
Somehow Gordon has that super speed burst for now, so that's okay. It's whatever I can do with it, huh? Whoa. Don't lose it, don't lose it, don't lose it, don't lose it, don't lose it. Ooh, that was...
All clear.
I would say that was sketchy at best. Burton, don't come down on me. Hey, back up into our qualifying position. How fun is that? Also, a little scary, and I was just about to say, some of these cars up here have not pit. That I know for sure, so... Again, with what happened in the last race, we had cars that should have pit under caution that did not. Scooch on over here. Thanks. I'm going to just scooch right between both of you. No. Get it together. Get it together. You barely got touched. Jeez, oh, Pete. All right. There we go. Yeah, that was a foregone conclusion. Stewart was one of the top 3 cars here. We had nothing for him. Jarrett is faster than us. Barely. I mean, but he's one of those that we'd have to run perfect laps every time. Kenseth is back up there. If he pit when he slid out, he's got a while before he has to pit again, so I don't see him on the list of cars, so he must be a lap down. That's, that's on me. He's not waiting for me, is he? Oh, yeah, he didn't go in. He's super damaged. Wow, I thought he just slid down on the apron.
40 cars headed into the pit.
That's interesting. I really did just think he slid down on the apron. I didn't think he got damaged.
Clear high.
He must have come back up on the track. Because his whole right side was messed up, too. So, I don't know. These are one of these 30-plus second laps. So, I don't think that we're lapping anybody that's going into the pits. I don't think we are, at least. It's a matter of running around and finding out. Looks like Martin's going to go in the pits right now. This is all interesting. Especially with us having fresh stuff on fresh equipment. I think that Jared will pass us. We're just not. I'm not as fast as him. I'm not gonna fight him because I want to maintain my equipment through an entire run. We'll stick with him. Can't hurt as we drive away from hopefully other people. Gordon was one of them that for a while we were tracking him down, but then as the run went on and we got into lap traffic, there seemed to be more of an issue there. So I honestly don't think that well, maybe we are lapping cars because it looked like Martin was still on pit road. So that's interesting. And of course, we get a decent run on Jared here. So I'm like, we're not as fast as him. We actually are running well. It's because of his draft that we're able to do that. But whatever works, right? I just don't want to get inside and hit him like I did to Kenseth. Lessons learned. Unfortunately, they were learned on the person that I've given almost all the blame to in a lot of my accidents when he's been around. So, that's just how that goes. But already coming up on lap traffic again. Holy crap. We got some people coming off of pit road. Lap traffic all around. This is just going to be an interesting thing. I don't like to go around the outside just because of the lack of, or the sensitivity on the controller, but we did it that time. I can't tell you. It was like a half a millimeter that I moved the controller to the right to get around him. But it worked. I was just about to say, cars coming off of pit road is a lot of times when those yellows come out. Because of what you just saw. You have lap cars, you have cars coming off of pit road, and you have us running full speed. 96 to go. I'm going to stay out. We have 19 in the tank. I'm going to stay out. All right, I went back and forth on it a bunch. When it came down to it, I decided to pit. And that was because I came to the realization that if I do this right, I could feasibly save a couple laps over this race and have just 2 more stops where I believe everybody else except for Stewart and I can't remember who else pit behind with us. Wasn't Marlin Jr. would we might be the only ones that have 2 more stops left. So kind of a big deal there. Lot of stuff to happen in this race as we are sitting here in 4th place. Lot of room for things to happen yet. Of course, cautions always play a big role in it. We have not caused any of them, which I think to me makes this the most real as far as the race goes the way it goes, because I didn't have anything to do with the outcome of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was, and I think I talked about this a little bit in the last race, if I was the cause of a caution that got a bunch of cars stuck a lap down because they had just come off a pit road, that's a little shady. I mean, I wouldn't do it intentionally anyway, but that still seems a little shady. But if I'm not the cause of the caution, and, you know, a caution does come out, as it did, and it catches a bunch of cars a lap down, as it did, so be it. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where I'm at overall with it. I'm not faster than Marlin. I'm not faster than Stewart. I'm not faster than Mark Martin, Ricky Rudd, I guess Jail Jarrett either. I am actually faster than Gordon, which is why we're going to drive away from him again in a second here. I just need to compose my driving a little bit. Those restarts always get me nervous. You know, you don't want to be... I know we're only... Well, we're past the third done with the race because it's 134 laps long. We're under 90 laps, I think, now. So we're 44 laps into it. And I don't want to be the cause of my own destruction. But yeah, we're doing some really good consistent laps now, but I already want to start considering laying off and seeing if I can save a lap or two on this run so that I can go ahead and, like, I mean, I will let cars pass me as I let off early and see if I can save gas, and we can turn this into a two-stop race, because as it stands right now, technically we'd have a little gas and go at the end. I don't want to do that. Also, because Junior, Stewart, and myself were the only cars that pit during that time, we got a bunch of cars that are about to pit in about 20 laps as long as it stays green, which is another big deal. We also got a bunch of cars that are probably going to pit in the next 15 or 10 laps. So I'm not going to get in his way. He was faster than us the whole time. So anyway, point being, we might drop back to 6th or 7th place during this stint, but also realize that if we can do what I'm talking about, we're not going to have to pit but 2 times where everyone else should have to pit 3, except for Stewart and Gordon, or not Gordon, Earnhardt Jr. So that's pretty great. And that was the deciding factor. So, not a lot of excitement going to happen here. Let me run out. What do we got? 22 in the tank. We didn't really get to run out much on the last one. Let me run this out for a while. As you know, you see it all. We just speed it up. But we'll be back with you as usual. Caution, action, or pit stops. Hopefully it's pit stops. Hopefully we've run our whole fuel cycle. All right, we are saving some fuel.
Clear
We
high.
got 4 left in the tank here. We want to run this out as long as we can, so I'm going to continue to back up the corners. Because if we can get it down to 60,
Still there. You're all clear.
we can, Oh, isn't this the track, though, with the gas fuel issues? Feel like it is. I feel like it is. Well, maybe not, though. It just changed to 3 right now. So we're right there on it. It's right before the line. So if we ran out of gas right before the line in the, at the end, it's okay. Oh, we got a car on fire. It's Kurt Busch. That could bring out the caution, folks. It does. It brings out the caution. We're in first place. And so many cars are a lap down right now. We have to pit anyway. Yeah, Mark Martin got his spot back, and we're not going to catch him before the line here. But that is about as fortunate as unfortunate for Kurt Busch, but super fortunate for us. Look at how clean the car looks. No contact. I know we bumped the, well, we had to barely touch the guy. Look at our front end. We have no damage really on the front end, and we bumped that one guy. When, what happened? Was it that, oh, Jarrett, like, made a super crazy move, and we ended up down, and we came back up, and I had slowed up for everyone. I mean, I was going about as slow as I possibly could be going without slamming on the brakes and wrecking myself, and I bumped the car, the 181 in front of me. Anyway, we're going to pit. Fortunes ring strong on us. We have some stuff for Earnhardt Jr. We don't have anything for Mark Martin, so unless somehow he messes up, we're kind of screwed there. But we've got it for Junior, so let's get in there, and we'll see you after this caution. We are 1 lap short right now on our goal.
Green flag. Car low.
I do not want to be here.
Stay high. Still there. Car low.
I feel like Junior just thought the same thing. Seriously. Like, it just seemed a little shady. Oh, there he is again, but
Still there.
it just seemed a little shady. And I didn't want to be a part of that.
All clear.
So, the big thing now is we're going to have to see if it's at the line. Ooh, slow down. Pay attention. 27 laps in our tank. We need to make it to 30 to go. I would love to save enough. What do we have right now? 57. So we're right on the line. We're right below the line, I should say. So we need to, I mean, I don't care about Martin and Earnhardt Jr. Actually, I hope Martin gets in front and starts passing these other cars because all of them are technically on the tail end of the lead lap. But we need to...
Car high.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Need to keep it. Oh, wouldn't it be funny if... Nope, Kenseth, go ahead. I just got it in my head that Kenseth was going to wreck us. I know I'm letting all these cars go by, but we're sitting here in 3rd place. We got to think big picture here. And technically, Martin and Earnhardt Jr., even though they pit with us, will pit a second time. We are not going to pit a second time if we do this right. This next pit stop will be our last pit stop. We saved some on the last tank. If we can do at least as much this time, we're good. It doesn't matter who passes us. We've got a number of cars that still have to pit. Hell, we've got a number of cars that still have to pit twice with a lot of laps left. So
Still there.
I feel pretty good about just trying to
Still there.
strategize, not be the fastest car on the track, but be the smartest one on the track for this race. And believe it or not,
Clear low.
I'm almost more excited about this than I am about, you know, next season when we're competing with the top dogs because we're just flat out the fastest car on the track with them. I think it's neat that when we don't have the equipment that we have the potential to, through cautions and strategy, as long as things remain green, that we have the potential to come out of this one with a win. Now, I don't know what their fuel mileage looks like. Let's just assume that when I used to complain, I don't know if it was in this one or if it was in the original series, I had such a problem with, I'm like, how are these cars and trucks going so much farther than me on their fuel runs? And it makes no sense. And I've come to realize I never thought, and I think I even said it in this, you cannot save fuel. You absolutely can save fuel. And I've done it before, and we're going to try to do it in this race again. So
Car low.
hopefully we can save fuel. Yeah, we'll get passed by the cars that are semi... Oh, jeez. Nope. Not going to do that. Not going to do that either. Get it together. Get it together. The game is just trying. I mean, if it happens now, we pit, and that's just it. You know what I'm saying? If it happens now, we pit, and we don't worry about anything because we still have one pit stop to go. But if we can do this right, I'm telling you, we only have one pit to go as long as there's not a caution. Although the game really just tried to make a caution, having Burton and Burton both spin out, or try to. What are we at here? 22. We're going to kind of see how much we're... I don't think we're going to see a big change yet. But, well, we should. What we should see is, instead of it being just before going to 21, it should be closer to the line or after the line at this point. There's that. Yeah, we are definitely saving. $21 there. So we've saved already about a quarter of a lap. Now keep in mind, I don't go down pit road with 0 in the tank, so I'd like to be able to, you know, save gas here too. Also, a lot of the cars that have passed us still have to pit pretty soon. This is quite possibly next to the Dover truck race. This has been my favorite race so far just because this is happening the way it is. Like, notably, we're still at 21. Like, we are saving a ton of fuel already. It just went to 20. You can see the difference. You can see where we have, where we go, what was that, right out of the corner last time? Now we were partially down the straight before we showed 20 to go. So what are we at here? 49. So we're ahead of it right now. But, of course, I'd like to be more ahead of it. I don't know how to put that. Like, I want to be in a spot where we are at 2 to the good, probably. Because then I'll feel good when I pit with 1 left in the tank.
All clear.
Look at that. We have, I mean, we're down the whole straight. We're into corners 2 and 3. And it's not even changed. Or 3 and 4. Why do I always do that? There, it just changed. Wow. We are saving so much fuel right now. If we keep this up, there's not even a question. And that's great. So, obviously, not very exciting for you guys, as we're right in the middle of this whole thing. But we're going to go ahead and drive this stint out for the next 19 or so laps. And we will not let McCabe ruin our race. Oh, that little such and such. Come on, dude. Get out of the way. Anyway. And we'll, you know, we'll come back to you, as we like to do. Caution, action, pit stop. No! That's stupid. Because there's no way with 12 in the tank that we can play the... Oh, that sucks. Evan Howard. What? He didn't... That was the dude that just bumped to pit. That's not even an accident. He just moved the guy out of the way to get into the pit. Oh, come on. 39 to go. There's no way we can save enough there. Even if we came out with 35, you can't save 5 laps. We saved 2. That sucks. Oh, there goes. We're going to pit, And then we'll just pit at the end, I guess. That sucks. Junior did not pit, and he has front left damage.
There's the green flag. Car low. Clear low.
I'm just going high because I didn't know if I was going to, you know,
Car low.
end up in someone's pocket.
Still there.
Bye.
Clear low.
So we cannot save the amount of gas. Holy crap, everyone behind us is 2 laps down? Oh, that I didn't know. Junior has to pit, so it's just between me and Mark Martin. Martin pit with us. He's smart. We can't save the gas. So I guess, I mean, after about 3 laps would be okay with there being a caution. We're just going to run the car like we run the car. 34 to go, 27. Yeah, we can't save freaking 7 laps worth of fuel. It's not going to happen. Yeah, Junior's got front left damage, so he's actually even running slow. It's weird that he didn't pit with us, get it repaired, get his car out there. Whatever, though, that's on him. Here we are. We're going to run here with Martin. He should drive. Well, I don't know if he'll drive away. We haven't tested it yet. I mean, yeah, he's already in front of us, but we haven't really tested it because we weren't driving as hard as we could. We were saving fuel that whole last run with the hopes of other cool things happening for us that, you know, did not happen for us. So he is, yeah, if we are pulling up to him at all, it's extremely slight. No, he's pulling away. He is pulling away. And basically in 7 or 8 laps, I would love to see a caution. Because then I can just fill it up and run it out. I'm so disappointed there was a caution, and it was because of a car that bumped. I mean, you've heard me, if you've watched any of my episodes, where there's been cars that, where I'm involved or I, you know, hit someone, spin out, smash in the wall, and the caution doesn't come out. I think, well, I can't think of a specific race. I know for a fact this happened, though. And where does that put us? It puts us not, it puts us in a position where we got to run out our whole thing with a much slower car, damaged car, whatever. And then you see these cars that they blow a tire, bounce off the wall, and they would be able to get it around, but immediately the caution comes out. Or what you saw previously, I watched it happen in front of me. Nobody spun out. There was contact between 2 cars. There was smoke. Dude got down to the apron to pit, and they call the caution before he gets to the pit, and it's just stupid. So here we are. I mean, amazing. 2nd place, clean car, minimal damage the whole race. We had the little run-in with Kenseth early. That was our fault. We did bump into the back of Borland. That was our fault, but it was such a slight hit. You could barely even see the damage when we went into the pit. Neither of the contacts we had were even worth any repair time while we were getting our pit stops. So just, it's been a very good race for us overall, and to be in 2nd place because we got lucky is awesome. I think that if we weren't running endurance races, it wouldn't be like this, but I like running them. This doesn't bother me. This is what people voted to watch, so I definitely I don't have a problem with running the longer races. I just think that because the endurance races are going on, that we're seeing this type of situation happen more. And I guess the only thing I could do to stunt these types of races from happening is if I only pit when I'm out of fuel, you know, where I'll pit during a caution, get off course, or I'll pit more intelligently, in my opinion, than the other drivers. But, you know, in the same respect, to be fair, these drivers seem to run 100%, and they will still have more gas in the tank than I do. So is that the equalizer that I am more intelligent with my pit strategy than they are? Maybe. All I know is we've got 21 in the tank right now. Means we're probably 28 or 27 at the line. 27 at the line. So we're gonna run this out until either there's a caution or we pit. And we will get back with you at that point. Just not much to talk. It's a little disappointing, you know. It's a little disappointing to be at this point. I'm I was excited for the drama of a strategy that might have gotten us the win, but Mark Martin pit the same time we did, and that was that. So we'll preserve the tires the best we can so we can just do a quick half can and go. Take 2 seconds in the pit and get back out and finish the race. Unless there's a caution. There's a caution anytime now going forward. We do full service, and that's our race. We don't have to pit regardless unless we're damaged any other time in the race. So anyway, folks, as I just said, caution or pit stop. All right, we got 4 in the tank. I kind of started saving a little bit. Obviously, it didn't do a lot for us. I think we saved maybe a lap of gas, but more or less I did it because I wanted to see how long we could go before we did have to pit. 3 there. So we'll be able to bring it around 2 more times if I slow it up right here. So we'll be able to pit with 4 to go. Put a half can in and just a splash, as they say. But in this game, it's a half can. And we'll go. It's not going to win us the race. So it doesn't really even matter. Because we're not going to get... He's going to do the same service we're doing. He's going to go in, get a splash, and go. And he's 10 seconds ahead of us. So it doesn't matter anyway. But, you know, it was a valiant effort. And I believe the splash should still keep us in front of Junior, which is the other part about it that matters, because Junior did pit, and I was like, look at us. We're going to easily walk away from him. Then I realized, wait a second. We still have to pit, but we're not going to do a full service, and because he had so many laps left, he did do a full service. So that was that. Actually, no, I lied. I'm going to pit right here. Going to pit right here because... hello? Hello? Thank you. I'm like, I'm feathering the brakes. I'm gonna pit right here because I just want to get through it. I don't want to worry about it. I didn't want to run out of gas the next time around. That's been my biggest fear here. 5 to go. We have 11 in the tank. I obviously need to pay attention to this part because of the... There we go. I didn't want to wipe out as we're supposed to be merging. You know. Got a number of other cars that are about to pit. And there you have it. He's still 12 seconds in front of us, so he must have pit as well. Which is all right.
Stay high. Still there.
Junior is kind of at the end of his run right now, so even though we have really worn tires, it doesn't matter because he's equally as worn. So he's obviously not going to gain 19 seconds on us. I'd be pretty pissed if Martin somehow got a full stop in. We were in the pit for 2 seconds. But look at, yeah, he's like a second a corner right now. What's up with that? That'd be weird. Because I know when I've done it before, when I didn't really think about doing splash and goes, I do a full service like an idiot. And I watch all the other cars like hit pit road and then they were gone. And it's like, geez. So the only other thing I could say is, yeah, he is just flying up. What's going on with that? You shouldn't have the equipment to do that right now. I mean, my tires are very worn. So that's interesting, but okay. Yeah, a lot of vibration in the control right now, but I think this is 2 to go this time round. So it's not like it's going to matter. A little annoying, though. Gonna be honest with you. It's a little annoying that he is putting such a gain on us. And I also don't see my front right. Oh, that'd be hilarious. Blow my front right on the last lap. Oh, man, would that suck. Because we're not that bad for something like that to happen, but that would still suck. Think about it. Run a whole race, run basically a perfect race, and that's why we're in second place. And then we blow a tire. I really, really wish we could have seen how that fuel strategy played out. Just to see if we had the opportunity to actually potentially get a win on strategy. We got a second place on strategy, though, if you think about that. Would have been third if Junior had followed us into the pit on that last caution. But there's the answer right there. Martin has passed the line. Junior's 20 seconds behind us. We'll take this corner at reasonable speed. And we'll take home a second place, our best finish of the season. It's not because we were the fastest car, but it was because we were the smartest car. And we lost to what I thought right from the beginning was the fastest car of the race. So that was pretty hardcore. 201-mile race. Your top 5, Mark Martin, Tony Savoy, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Ricky Rudd, and Dale Jarrett. Running that race as cleanly as we did gave us $308,000 in the bank. Huge for the team. What a race. Mark Martin emerged victorious on September 26th. But the real star today was Tony Savoy. Normally I don't read it, but we got second place and it was awesome. Who climbed from 8th to second place. I had a tough time qualifying. We didn't. We qualified where we should have, actually. But the team did a good job with adjustments during the race. I wish they would have another one. I wish we put together a good strategy to put us in the position that we did by the end of the race, because that's what we did, and that's what got us there. With that second place finish, that moves us on to the first page. Now, folks, we're not going to be staying there because in 2 races, we're going to miss the Charlotte race so that we can assure the championship for the truck series, so we can assure the money. Our goal this year was to finish in the top 35. We have unbelievably outperformed. We're on legendary difficulty, so it's just been a lot of good strategy. These longer races seem to have more breakdowns and things like that with the other cars. We've had a few ourselves. We've placed 28th place in recently over there at Watkins Glen. And a lot of times we've had to fight through adversity ourselves just to place in the top 15 or top 20. But we've had a few stretches here and there this season, and those stretches have put us in great positions, just like this last race did. We have $1.69 million in the bank. We could put the final up. Actually, let's do that because we get money back as well. We maxed out the engine as we enter October. And what does that mean for us? Well, folks, it means a lot because our next race is at Talladega Super Speedway. Having full engine means we have a shot potentially in this race. We have a full aero package, full engine, full exhaust. The only upgrade we're missing is the final upgrade for the suspension, which only lightens up. I mean, it puts lighter stuff on the car, but it also makes the durability of the car go down. It is what we need to compete next season. However, we very potentially, with the rest of the races left in this season and the bonuses we'll get from the Truck Series and the Cup Series at the end of the year, could be going into the next season with top-notch equipment. However, that is going to do it for this episode. Hey, I want to make a mention. As of this recording, we have gone up 15 subscribers in the last 2 or 3 days. Incredible to see the support coming out. Love to see it, guys. Say hi if you're new, if you want to. Otherwise, don't. It's totally fine. I'm just saying. I'll say hi back. Anyway, though, I appreciate you. I appreciate all the new people that are coming on. Just awesome. It's exciting for me. That's why I do this stuff. And as always, and of course, until next time, you take care.